Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 8th of January 1986, and the title is The Holy Stars of the Earth. Today, the Father, the Son of Knowledge, is seeing his special stars who are full of many types of specialty. The specialty of each star is such that it gives light for the transformation of the world. Nowadays, people are especially doing research into the stars because of the influence of the stars on the earth. Scientists are trying to research the stars in the sky, and Bap Dada is looking at the specialties of his holy stars. When the stars of the sky are able to exert a good or bad influence over the earth from so far away, then you holy stars can very easily exert your influence to transform the world and create a pure, happy, and peaceful world. You are the stars of the earth, and those are the stars of the sky. The stars of the earth are those who protect this world from upheaval and make it into a happy and beautiful golden world. At this time, both nature and people are instruments to create upheaval, but you most elevated souls are instruments to allow the world to take a breath of happiness and a breath of peace. You stars of the earth are the stars who are embodiments of all attainments in order to fulfill all desires of all souls. You are the elevated stars of hope who change everyone's feelings of hopelessness into hope. So, check your elevated influence. How much sparkle and splendor do I have of being a star of peace, a holy star, a star that is an embodiment of happiness, a star of constant success, a star that constantly fulfills all desires, and a star of contentment. To what extent are you spreading your influence? What is the speed of your influence? Just as you check the speed of those stars, so too yourself check the speed of your own influence, because the world needs you, holy stars, at present. So, Bap Dada was seeing all the variety of stars. The gathering of you spiritual stars is so elevated and one that gives so much happiness. Do you consider yourselves to be sparkling stars in this way? People are very interested in looking at those stars. The time is now coming when everyone will want to see you holy stars. They will search for you stars and wonder where this influence of peace and happiness and stability is coming from. They will do research into this. At present, they are engrossed in doing research into matter. But when they become tired of doing research into matter, they will have the thought of doing this spiritual research. Before that, you holy stars, make yourselves complete. Make preparations at a fast speed to fill yourselves with one specialty, whether it is a virtue of peace or power. You also have to research this. You do have all the virtues, but especially make yourself complete by having the specialty of at least one specific virtue. For instance, all doctors have general knowledge of all illnesses. However, together with that, some have special knowledge of a particular form of illness, and because of that specialty, they become well known for that. You have to become full of all virtues, but you especially have to experience one particular specialty which you can use for service and continue to move forward. For instance, in bhakti, in the praise of the goddesses, each one is remembered for her own individual specialty, and they are also worshipped according to that specialty. They especially believe and worship Saraswati as the goddess of knowledge. She is also an embodiment of power. But because of her specialty, people worship her as the goddess of knowledge. They worship Lakshmi as the goddess of wealth. Similarly, while having all virtues and all specialties in yourself, especially do research into one specialty and make yourself influential in that. This year, research every virtue and every power. Go into the depth of every virtue. In its depth, you will be able to experience its greatness. Research deeply the stages of remembrance and the stages of effort. Go into their depths. Have deep experiences. Go to the bottom of the ocean of experiences. Simply to be experienced in moving along with the waves on the surface is not being fully experienced. Become introverted and make your intellect full of the jewels of deep experiences, because the time for revelation is coming close. Become complete and perfect, and the curtain of ignorance that is in front of all souls will be removed. Through your light of perfection, that curtain will automatically open. Therefore, research this. Become a searchlight. Only then can you say that you celebrated the Golden Jubilee. The specialty of the Golden Jubilee is that everyone should experience this from each one of you. Let them experience the golden powers through your drishti. Just as rays of light give souls power to make them golden, so let your every thought and every action be gold. You are instruments to make them golden. In this year of the Golden Jubilee, consider yourselves to be Master Lords of Divinity, children of the Lord of Divinity, Parasnath, the Divine One who changes a stone into a gem. No matter how much like iron a soul may be, in the company of a Divine One, even iron becomes divine. Do not think, this one is iron. Instead, think, I am divine. It is the duty of a Divine One to change iron and make it divine. Always keep this aim and its qualifications in your awareness. Then the influence of the holy stars will be seen by the world. At present, poor, helpless people are afraid that such and such star is coming. Later, they will become happy that the holy stars are coming. The sparkle of holy stars will be experienced everywhere. It will emerge from everyone's lips that the lucky stars the stars of success have come, that the stars of happiness and peace have come. At present, they watch through their binoculars, but at that time they will see with their third eye, their divine eye. However, this is the year for preparation. Prepare yourself very well. Acha, what will you do in the program? Bab Dada made this scene emerge in the subtle region. What did he see in this scene? You only seat the speakers on the stage at a conference, do you not? The stage of a conference means a stage of speakers. This is how you arrange it, is it not? You always have lectures on topics, and you do them well. But in this Golden Jubilee, there should be less time for lectures and a greater impact. In that time, different speakers can give their powerful lectures. What should be the form of this? On one day, have a half-hour program specially for this. Let an outside person or a special speaker give a lecture, but for half an hour. Let there be those of different ages on the stage, that is, one small child, one kumari, one pure couple, one household couple, one elderly person. Let this variety of people sit on the stage in the formation of a half moon. The stage light should not be too bright. They should be just right, ordinary. Each one should speak for 3 minutes about the special golden versions that they have received to make their life elevated through which they have created their life. A young Kumar or Kumari can also share this. What golden versions children have received, what golden versions Kumaris have received for a Kumari life, what golden versions the young celibate couples have received, and what golden versions trusty souls living in a household have received. What golden version the elderly have received. Let them each speak for 3 minutes. At the end, let the whole audience repeat a slogan in the form of a golden version for everyone. Let there be a spotlight on the person whose turn is to speak so that everyone's attention automatically goes towards that person. Let there be the influence of silence. Let the scene be as though someone is performing a drama. Let it be a lecture, but in the form of a scene. They should speak very little, not longer than 3 minutes. Let preparations be made for this in advance. Next day, let there be the same type of performance by a different wing, profession. For instance, someone may be a doctor, someone a businessman, someone an officer. People from different professions should each speak for 3 minutes, saying through which main golden dharana, while performing the duty of an officer, he remains successful in his work. He should relate the main point for success in the form of a golden version. It will be a lecture, but because it will be in a different form, they will see how unlimited this godly knowledge is and what is special for each profession. It should not just be that they relate their experience in the form of 3-minute talk, but many others should also have an experience. Let the atmosphere be of such silence that those who are listening do not have the courage to create any upheaval or even to say anything. Each Brahmin has to have the aim that for the duration of the program, everyone has to maintain the atmosphere like you do when a record is played for traffic control, and everyone creates an atmosphere of silence. At that time, you maintain silence without words. However, at this time, in order to make the atmosphere powerful, you are not giving lectures of words, but lectures of peace. I too am a speaker, and I am tied in this. A lecture of peace is no less. This atmosphere of Brahmins also brings others into that experience. As much as possible, finish all the other activities. All Brahmins definitely have to give their cooperation for making the atmosphere powerful. If someone has a certain duty to fulfill, he should not sit at the front. There shouldn't be any disturbance at the front. Just consider it to be the 3-hour patti. Then they won't say that it was a good lecture, but that you gave a good feeling. Together with the lecture, they should also have that feeling. All the Brahmins that come should come with the understanding that they have to participate in a bhakti. You mustn't just come to see the conference, but come to give cooperation. So, in this way, create such a powerful atmosphere that no matter how disturbed those souls are, they are able to experience peace and power for a short time before they go back. It should not feel that there are 3,000 people sitting here, but that it is a gathering of angels. At the time of cultural programs, they may laugh and be entertained, but at the time of the conference, there should be a powerful atmosphere. Then others who come will also speak in the same way. Whatever atmosphere is created, other speakers also come under that atmosphere. So make a program of giving them many treasures in a short time. Let it be short and sweet. If we Brahmins speak softly, then other people will speak softly too. Acha, what will you do now? You will reveal yourself as a special star, will you not? Therefore, celebrate this golden jubilee year as the year for making yourself complete and perfect. Do not come into upheaval and do not bring others into upheaval. Nature itself is enough to create upheaval. Nature is doing its work. You just do yours. Acha, to all those who become holy stars and make the world happy and peaceful, to the master lords of divinity who are making the world and everyone within it divine, to those who accumulate the jewels of experiences in themselves by always going to the bottom of the ocean of experiences, to those who become a searchlight and remove the curtain of ignorance, to such special stars who reveal the Father, Baptada's love, remembrance, and namaste. Baptada speaking to teachers. You have accepted the contract for creating the new world, have you not? Do you always have new zeal and new enthusiasm for making the world new, or only on certain occasions? The new world is not established with having zeal and enthusiasm only sometimes. Those who constantly have new zeal and enthusiasm become the instruments to establish the new world. The closer you continue to come to the new world, accordingly, there will continue to be expansion of the special things of the new world. You are the ones who are going to go to the new world, and you are the ones who will create the new world. It takes time and energy to create it, but those who are powerful souls will always destroy obstacles and continue to move forward. So, you are the foundation of such a new world. What would happen to a building if its foundation is weak? Therefore, those who have the duty of creating the new world have to make effort and make a strong foundation. Make it so strong that the building is able to last for 21 births. So, you have prepared your building for 21 births, have you not? Acha. Do you experience yourselves to be souls who are seated on the Father's heart throne? At this time, you are seated on the heart throne, and then you will be seated on the throne of the kingdom of the world. Only those who have remembrance of the Father merged in their heart are able to be seated on the heart throne. Just as the children are always merged in the Father's heart, so too let there always automatically be the remembrance of the Father in the children's heart. What else is there apart from the Father? So maintain the happiness and intoxication that you are seated on the heart throne. Acha, at the time of farewell at 6 a.m. on the day of the Satguru, there are always the omens of Jupiter and the seed of the tree over all the loving and cooperative children everywhere. You are moving forward with the omens of Jupiter in the service of making others elevated. You are progressing successfully in both service and remembrance, and will continue to do so. For the children, the confluence age is the time of Jupiter. Every moment of the confluence age is of Jupiter. That is, it is fortunate. Therefore, you are fortunate. You belong to God. You are those who create fortune, and you have a right to the fortunate world. So, love, remembrance, and good morning to such constantly fortunate children. Blessing, may you become an image of virtues, full of all virtues, and constantly allow virtues as well as knowledge to emerge. Everyone has a lot of knowledge, but there is now a need to let the virtues emerge. Therefore, become a bestower of virtues, especially through your actions. Have the thought that you constantly have to be an image of virtues and remain engaged in the task of making everyone an image of virtues. By doing so, you won't have time to see, hear, or do anything wasteful. With this method, your own weaknesses and the weaknesses of everyone else will end easily. So, for this, each one should consider the self to be number one instrument soul and become an example to become full of all virtues and Make others the same. Slogan: through your thoughts, donate the power of yoga. Through your words, donate knowledge. And through your actions, donate virtues. Om Shanti.